The question is, Scav or PMC? That's today's topic and why you might want to skip your Scav altogether and therefore show your PMC a bit more love. But at the beginning, what makes the Scav run that great? First of all, we don't spawn right at the beginning of a raid, but later on, meaning most fights already happened and the only ones left are, well, most likely other Scavs. Furthermore, running across interchange through the middle as a PMC, no way, I'd be scared out of my mind to do that. But as a Scav, no problem, I even do that while listening to music. Furthermore, we find unlucky PMCs that might get some gear and loot in general, and this in a very relaxed state. And if we die, who cares? It's just a Scav. And that's the mindset that allows us to play the Scav very relaxed, and I think that's the biggest benefit of the Scav. Playing as a Scav is just so chill. Right? Listen to music, just go through the map and collect here and there. That's it. And I think that's the main reason for a lot of people to play Scav. But, of course there's a but. After the looting, well, you have to extract, and depending on the map, this can take quite a amount of time. So often we are not aware on how much time we actually spend on a Scav. And it quickly reaches 15-20 minutes. And that's a lot of time. Yeah, we made some money, 200,000, which isn't that great, but you know, it's free. But with this comes also a huge disadvantage. Because when you play as a Scav, the progression of your PMC is paused for that duration. So it's important to understand that the Scav and the PMC both have a completely separate progression. Meaning both of them have their own level progression and their own skill progression. So again, this means when you play as a Scav, you won't progress with your PMC at all. At least not for that duration, right? But okay, of course we need money, but this also works as a PMC. And you don't need much. Headset, basic gun, backpack, and there you go. For example, let's look at this very basic customs run. So we spawn in and we just loot all the stashes between us and the next exit. We avoid all PvP, just kill Scavs if necessary, and head straight out. Now this run was insanely bad. The only good thing about this was the car battery. Usually you get a lot more in stashes. But still, it was only 5 minutes, but in those 5 minutes we were still able to get around 200,000 rubles. So basically the same as with the Scav, but this time I actually progressed with my PMC. So we can use both characters to make money, but with the PMC we need a bit more map understanding and experience, of course, but you won't gain that if you don't play as your PMC. But let's look at a specific example because I know what a lot of people are afraid of, and this raid shows that perfectly. That was probably the worst stash run I ever had. Not 60 seconds after I spawned, I already ran into another PMC. I completely blacked my leg and my stomach. So I was in a hurry because I needed to find new painkillers or a CMS or something because, well, I can't walk with one leg very well. That forced me into Cracked Host, where I was hoping to find painkillers or CMS, and I found Fall of Intelligence and some pretty decent rounds. Also found a CMS. But I had to drink something first, otherwise I would have lost that limb again right away. So I took all the time to heal and fix, and then just as I walk out the door, another PMC shows up. So another fight, another one, barely won, another time healing, using the CMS and so on. And then I thought, yeah, Tarkov has punished me enough today, now is my time. And well, that was the second I got shot. So I think that pretty much sums up what most people are afraid of. What a horrible raid. But first of all, I still made around 300,000 rubles. Agreed, only with a bigger pouch, but still. But now comes the important part. Look at how much the skills progressed during this raid, even though the raid was horrible and we didn't make it out. And those skill progressions will help us in the long run, because some of those skills are insanely important. For example, you have strength or perception. Perception allows you to hear over longer distances. I mean, how important is that in a game like Tarkov? But you only level those skills if you play as a PMC. So what is the recommendation? In general, If you're somebody that has a lot of time, full-time streamer, or just, a lot of time in general, student, whatever, then yeah, why not? Go for a chill scav run, it doesn't hurt you. But if your time is limited, or you want to achieve maxed out skills, then you should focus on your PMC. Because if you don't have a lot of time and you play a lot as a scav, not only do you not progress your PMC, not level your skills, but you will also struggle to compete with other players because of the flea market changes, because now the only way to get your hands on good gear is by unlocking those trader levels. So really think about that before you just play as a scav. Now, should you just not play as a scav at all? No, I don't think so. For example, the most efficient way is to use your scav on factory. Spawn in, just loot a couple of crates that are between you and the next exit and extract. Your run will stay below 1 minute, but it should yield around 100,000 up to 300,000 depending on your scav karma. By the way, scav karma also increases that way with every single run. Then sell everything and use the money to, well, invest in your PMC, where progress really matters. Now, of course, you don't have to play on factory as a scav. You can also do reserve, interchange, whatever you like. Just try to keep the runs as short as possible. For example, on customs, pick a route in your mind between where you spawn and the exit, loot everything in between, nothing more, nothing less. Keep those runs short, because apart from money, you're wasting your time as a scav. Because one final thing, even if you have 10, 20, 100 million rubles farmed and your PMC is at level 10 or something, even if you get the best gear in the game, you won't be able to play it to its full extent. Your strength level isn't high enough, your recall stats suck, perception isn't high enough, so you won't be able to hear your opponents. Your sneaking skills suck, so you make a lot of noise. You need to grind those skills as well to be able to play your PMC to the full extent. And that's why, to answer the initial question, PMC or scav, if you have infinite amount of time, yeah sure, go with your scav, otherwise PMC. Really, show your PMC some love. And that's it for this video. I hope it helps you out. I hope it helps to understand why putting too much effort into your scav hurts you in the long run, so that you can become a better PMC or whatever. As always, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, tell me in the comment section what you think, I actually read it. Then subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.